James Morris.
Deputy Speaker. Firstly, I want to congratulate the Prime Minister and the Foreign Secretary and all those who have, with patience and painstaking fortitude, brought this UN resolution to fruition, and also to pay tribute, as other honourable members have done, to our armed forces who are in the process of implementing it. This type of work is what protecting British national interests is all about. As other honourable members have said, every generation needs to define what is in Britain's national interest. And in the modern world, our national interest encompasses both security, humanitarian issues and commercial interests. It demands that as a nation we are prepared to build alliances, to contemplate military cooperation with other nations, and to deploy our unique soft and hard power assets. So in relation to Libya, we are doing this. We are right to act, but we were right not to act alone. Also, it is right to agree a resolution with clear parameters for engagement and with a broad-based support, which means that in this context, Mr. Deputy Speaker, the international community can act without the United States leading and necessarily taking that lead. And it's also an example of Anglo-French cooperation, with Britain and France being seen to be in the lead. It confirms that we do not live in a unipolar world, and Britain, in this modern world, with this new definition of our national interests, needs to be as flexible and cooperative as possible in order to protect its national interest. As other members have pointed out, recent experiences in Iraq and Afghanistan have given the British people some good grounds for caution when it comes to our country taking military action and being involved in foreign intervention. When I speak to constituents of mine in Halesowen and Rowley Regis, people are concerned about our commitments in the world. They have become weary because what they didn't see in relation to Iraq and Afghanistan was clarity around the mission and clarity around an end point. And in relation to this, we must not make the same mistake again. It is absolutely vital, as other honourable members have said, that we avoid the tendency which has characterised some of our military interventions in the recent past by talking in over-optimistic language, by engendering inflated expectations around what we can or cannot achieve, and in some contexts, the downright delusion as to the long effort it will require to get a successful outcome when we do make these grave decisions to intervene in the affairs of other countries. And that mindset and language characterised very much our initial involvement in Iraq and Afghanistan. Our new modern national interest absolutely determines that we must be pragmatic and realistic and straight with the British people with regards to what we are trying to achieve with this resolution. And we also must see this debate tonight and the resolution coming out of the United Nations in the context of Britain adopting a broader strategy towards the Middle East, a region which in recent times has been subject to turbulence, unpredictability, forcing on Britain a posture in foreign affairs of one of ambiguity, of having to live with that ambiguity and having to make decisions within that context. And though we're taking military action under this UN resolution as we speak, we must also be determined to use our influence through alliances and through our soft power assets to help build functioning civil societies and democracy in the countries of the Middle East. It is in our national interest to utilise those assets of soft power, it's simultaneously with us making this very focused decision to take this action in Libya, which we are taking at the moment. I won't give way. So this resolution which we are debating tonight is clear, it is pragmatic, it has broad-based support, and I believe that it is in Britain's national interest to take this action against Gaddafi now, but at the same time to be mindful that we're making a very grave decision in doing so, and it must be combined with Britain using its soft power assets throughout the Middle East to promote democracy and build civic society.
Yeah.